to interrupt you in the middle, but I was like, oh, we got to record.
All right, we're
Sorry.
good. We did not.
So again, welcome to our sneak peek on coaching. I'm not going to say all that again. We missed the first record button, but I'm Jessica, and we have Aaron and Christina who are coaches. And then Lindsay is a challenger in my group who is kicking butt, mama of two, and she's just getting healthy. She's already a tiny little thing, so she just wants to build some muscle and get healthy. And she's had great results with Shakeology, so I'm excited she's here.
Cool. All right. So when we wanted to do a sneak peek, we wanted to show you all how, what makes a good Beachbody coach, because a lot of times there's a lot of questions oh, I don't think I can do it yet. I'm not at my ideal weight, or, I'm not at this ideal person, or, I don't really have a ton of certifications, or I haven't done all the programs. And so like Jess said, we kind of wanted to just hop on here and alleviate some of those fears for you all and kind of answer some questions that you might have, because I think we've all thought at one point in time that we needed to do all the programs first, or get through a program with our ideal results, and then from there be okay, now I can be a coach. And we've started at the forefront of our journey, and it's been everything since then. So it's nice. And I think we all have had different points in our life where we've been a coach, most of us through grad school, through, first jobs, through working, all of that. And so you can, really be able to build this on your own terms and your own time, which is something that had really mattered and was important to, us when we were students and, working and all of that. But for us, like Jess was saying, I think before I hit record, we wanted to make sure, that we want people that are going to be team players, and, they're willing to learn, willing to stick with, something, and not just kind of give up, right away if you're looking to build this as a business, because, the entrepreneurial journey can be kind of like this sometimes, up and down and all around. So it's really exciting. It's a really great opportunity. You can meet a lot of people, learn a lot about yourself, build something online without having to invest, $5,000 into getting started. With some companies, that's what you have to do. You have to buy all of your product up front. So for us, it made sense. And we wanted to just hop on and kind of share with you all about who can do this and types of coaches and all of that fun stuff. So get excited.
Yeah. So we'll start with what makes a good Beachbody coach. So we believe that truly anyone who is willing to be motivated, a lot of self-motivation, although you have that team, you have us that we're there to support you, but you also need to be resourceful and able to think for yourself and, find the information maybe before asking. So having a drive and passion, most importantly, to help people. So we're not about selling the products. I mean, that's what we use and how we make an income off of it. But what we're really doing is sharing ourselves, sharing the products that have worked for us, and selling. We don't like to use the word sell, but sharing ourselves to be able to help people. So people can go anywhere really to get fitness and nutrition, right? I mean, it's in your face everywhere. But the beauty of being a Beachbody coach is the people who join your groups. And so we hold challenges on Facebook and on an app that we have. The beauty of joining your group is because they get you as an individual. And that's why it makes all kinds to make the world go around, because people want to find someone they connect with, and you could be that person. So it can also be someone who is, and Aaron interrupts me, whatever. Okay. It can also be someone who is wanting to start a fitness and weight loss journey, just like Aaron said. Even if, you don't need to have a six-pack abs. You don't have to have your personal training certification or be a nutritionist. You don't need any of those certifications, because Team Beachbody gives you all the tools that you need to be able to help people be successful. So you could be at square one, bless you, with your journey and want to get started. Well, that's perfect. Let's say you have been on a journey already and you want to help people get started on theirs and continue theirs. So it really doesn't matter your fitness status. I can't say that more. One thing that I like to tell people, because I've had people in my group say, well, I want to wait until, I lose, like Aaron said, until I lose this extra however many pounds, or I just don't feel ready because of I haven't lost enough weight or I'm not fit enough. And honestly, people want to find people who are like them. So they will reach out to you and be less maybe intimidated by you being a real person saying, hey, I'm going through these struggles too. So do not be someone you're not as a Beachbody coach. That's the beauty of it. You get to be you. You can be a full-time employee. So I'm currently a full-time employee. I work in a school. So, if you know anything about education, those hours they're all over the place. So some weeks are way more than 40 hours. Part-time employee, or anyone who has a drive to earn an extra income. And this can be worked into a full-time income if you are willing to do the work. And through our experience, Erin and I feel like we're basically work wives together. We have learned that you have to be willing to do the work. When we're not on our shit and on our game, it shows it in our paychecks. And the more people we can help, the more money we make. So it's just making things better all around. Another thing that makes a good Beachbody coach is someone who just freaking loves fitness and health and might just want a discount on these amazing products. So you could get 25% off all of Beachbody products by being a coach. And that was the main reason I started being one, was to get my discount on Shakeology. Because if you're paying full price for Shakeology, stop. That is so silly. And I have people who, they've been paying it for a year and they're like, oh, I just don't want to be a coach. I'm like, as a coach, you do not have to sell anything. And we'll get to that part. But the discount is bomb. So another thing that makes a good Beachbody coach is someone who's dedicated and willing to get messy and show up. So it's not all rainbows and butterflies. You have to do some hard work. Show up for a call with your hair on top of your head because you just got done working out after a long day at work. You do what you can when you can. Someone who is entrepreneurial, that's a hard word, has that spirit and has that mindset. So someone who is a go-getter and wants to start their own business would make an amazing Beachbody coach because it is your business. It's not Beachbody's. You're the one making the rules for how your business goes. Team player, being a team player is so important, willing to learn and stick with something. So even if things get tough or you have to learn new ways, and I'm learning as well, going through different trainings is so important. So yeah, I need to connect and talk with people, but I also need to know my stuff. And so you have to be willing to learn and stick with things even when they're getting tough. Anything else with what makes a good Beachbody coach?
No, I think, just knowing that you have to, you are your own brand in all of this. Like Beachbody is basically like how your car, like how you get to places, but you are your own brand. Like I could go and buy any Beachbody product off of Amazon, but the coach aspect is what makes it unique. If you are willing to kind of help people and willing to kind of put in, the dedication to other people and make sure that they, are getting the help they need. So know that you don't have to do it in a way that is salesy and weird and awkward. Like we help you kind of understand how not to do that. Because unfortunately it can look, a lot of different MLMs can look kind of bad out there because people don't necessarily know how to do it the right way in a way that's genuine. They think it's genuine, but it comes off kind of awkward. So we're here to do that. So don't think that you need to be some, sneaky, person or anything like that. Cool. All right. So we will dive into types of coaches because I think this is an important one because a lot of people are like, I'm not sure what type of coach I would be. And the thing is, when you sign up to be a coach, you don't have to silo yourself into one of these. You might start off as what we call a discount coach and move your way through some of these. It doesn't matter. You sign up as a coach, whether you want to work the business a day in your life or not, that's completely up to you. It can go in that kind of ebb and flow in waves. But just know that you never have to silo yourself. And I would probably say don't ever silo yourself, even in your head, because who knows, one day you could lose your job and you're like, okay, well, this is going to be something that I'm going to need to kind of put some more effort into if I'm going to want to, pay my bills and stuff like that. So first one would be a discount coach. So this would be someone that literally you just want to get the discount on the Shakeology. I cannot or the programs or Energize or anything like that. Cannot say enough with what Jess had said before. Like, you're paying full price for it. Even if this coach part scares you a little bit, at least just get it for the discount if you are one of those serial Beachbody type of people. Like, honestly, that's, I think, how a lot of people start off, and then it kind of goes from there. So there's also what we kind of just name these in our own little business, because that way we know as leaders like how to kind of help you grow and kind of where to kind of guide you. So a lot of people are also hobby coaches, so they might want to run a few challenge groups, or they might want to like have a little bit of an extra income to pay any bills or anything like that. But there's no sales quota that you have to meet. That's the nice thing about if sometimes you're a little bit busier than others and maybe you're not putting as much time into the business as you want to, but what you get out of it is kind of what you put in it is what you're going to get out of it. So if you're showing up every day, providing value to the people that you're working for, and getting people into your challenge groups, you'll definitely see that come kind of in your consistency with your business and all of that. But just know, for a lot of people that have full-time jobs out there, or even if you're a full-time mom, like there's a lot of different things, know that this can work with your schedule if you're willing to just at least show up 30 minutes a day if you really want to build a solid part-time income. And then there's also what we call out full-out girl or guy boss, because we do have some guys on our team as well. So this can also be accomplished while working full-time if you want to really dedicate yourself into, like I said, showing up every day. You can show up every day in a million different ways by taking care of yourself, getting people into your groups and all that kind of stuff. But those are just kind of the different levels. And like I said, never silo yourself into one, but know that you can kind of go through each of them, based on different times in your life, and that you're not going to like lose anything, if you don't hit a certain piece or like commission sale, I guess, or whatever some places have. So.
Awesome. So we will have time for questions at the end. So we talked about who makes good Beachbody coach, types of coaches, and now what the heck does a coach do? Because it seems very vague, but it really isn't, and it could be vague because it's up to you, because it's your biz. So support people like you who are wanting to get healthy, sorry, Woody, using Beachbody's proven nutrition and fitness programs. So you, again, will have your clients who you want to help, people who are most likely like you, because you'll get along and you can relate to them, they can relate to you. So you have the nutrition and fitness programs. You don't have to know about the nutrition. They give you all the things you need to know, and you can give that information to the people you help. You run monthly challenges. So if you've been in a challenge group, where the Facebook group for accountability, all of the people have, it's really cool to see. And if you've been in any of my groups, to see the friendships almost that form between group members that have never met each other. And there's people in that group, or the groups I run, that I've never met either. So it's just an amazing thing that's at our fingertips with the internet and social media, and making those connections that you would have never made before. Beachbody coaches fill needs. So we're not selling things, we are filling needs. So when someone has a need, they want to get healthy, they want to lose weight, they want to gain muscle, etc., we find the solution based on our products and ourselves on how to motivate and hold the person accountable. We post meaningful and educational content. Excuse me. So posting on social media is a big way to reach out to people to make a difference in their lives, as well as reach more people to join you on this journey. So that's one thing we do. One that may be a little bit hard or uncomfortable at first, but that's okay, because when you're out of your comfort zone, you're making shit happen, is sharing your story. So we all have a story, and some of them are messy. Probably most of them are. We've been through stuff that has gotten us to where we are today, and will continue getting us to where we're supposed to be on our journey in life. So being able to be real with people and saying, you know what, I had a really crappy day, and so I ate this, and even though I'm a Beachbody coach, I'm going to drink wine because I'm a human being. So being real with people, sharing your stories so you're able to relate to people. We are not creepy salespeople, and we do not annoy others with spammy messages. And one bummer, it's a great thing that everyone, it feels like, and their brother is in an MLM, multi-level marketing business, which is like Beachbody. It's great that people are making a difference in the world. There's some people, like Erin said, that just kind of freaking ruin it for others and randomly message people and don't really get to know them. And Erin and I will both be the first to admit that we were guilty of that when we first started. But that's what's bomb about being on our team, because we have made the mistakes and we can help you to not make those same mistakes and not be that spammy person that adds someone to a Facebook group randomly and they're like, oh my gosh, I don't know who you are and I don't even know what this thing is. So we are not that. One of everyone's main goals is to build a team and have your own tribe and be a mentor to other people. And so you would see Erin and I and Christina, of course, as your mentors, helping you along the way in going through this experience. Personal development, which is my most favorite thing ever because I'm a counselor and I've been going through a lot of personal development in the past couple of years, is so important. And in this position as a Beachbody coach, you will learn so much more about yourself and your happiness than you could ever imagine. And I'm telling you, your life will be better because of the effort you're putting into working on yourself. And I think once you accept and let go that, hey, sometimes you're going to have to deal with icky feelings. I tell kids this all the time, like, yeah, there's stuff that happened in your past and you might need to work through it, and that's going to feel icky at first. But once you overcome that, you're going to have a great story to share and help others with.
Cool. All right. So we are also what kind of in like a lot of this, I feel like we kind of have talked about a lot of the fears or objections, because you might be like, I don't know if I can do this, or I don't know if this is for me, or is this just like another weird thing that's out there? So what we kind of wanted to do is kind of talk through some of those fears, which we have been doing already, but know that if you think you're kind of out there and you're like, I don't know if anyone's going to listen to me, or I don't know if anyone's going to like trust what I'm doing, or if I could actually do this or anything like that, know that, if you have confidence and you practice that through your personal development and everything, like people will listen to you. You'll be surprised how many people like you can reach just by sharing your story, just by being who you are. You might be worried out there too that like your spouse won't support you, or your family or your friends might think you're, weird for doing something like this. It doesn't matter like what they think, and you have to kind of educate them and show them like, hey, I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this because I want to take care of myself. I want to help us financially. I want to, get us out of debt. I want to do whatever it is. And like, if you believe in yourself and you put your best foot forward every day, like you can't fail like at this. Like you literally can't, because even if you're like, not sure if the business thing is for me yet, at least you're getting healthy for yourself along the way. And as you share that, others, like people love a good story and they love you. And so they're going to listen to what you have to say, whether you might believe that or not. The other thing too, I know a lot of times is finances, which I think for all of us, either when we signed up with our first challenge pack or signed up for a coach, like, oh gosh, like what's the financial commitment? So quick little plug here. You don't have to like buy a bunch of like $5,000 worth of stock and like put it in your thing. Like literally, like if you have already bought a challenge pack at some point in your life, you can get this for nothing. Like you don't have to pay anything like to sign up. You pay $40 and then you get reimbursed for it. If you've never bought a challenge pack, or you do want to sign up and maybe get like a new program, or like the Beachbody on Demand with your Shakeology or whatever, you get the fee waived as well. So either way, either in 2 days you're going to get your $40 back, or either right away you're going to get it back plus get a discount. That shouldn't be your fear, because you're not going to lose money, especially if you're drinking Shakeology already. Like you're not going to ever be out. Like you're just going to be making basically what you can to then pay for your products, pay for whatever bills. So don't let finances be something that scares you out of it, because you don't have to do all that. The other thing, I know we kind of talked about like health and fitness, like you don't have to have, all the details about it. Like that's what we're here for. Like we're here for you so you don't have to do things in an icky way, and that to show you that yes, you can build a business online. Like it is 2017. If you don't have a side hustle online in some way, shape, or form, you should probably get one because that is just kind of how life works, and it's always good to have multiple streams of income. So that's kind of just some of the fears. I know we talked about them a lot, so I don't want to like overhit on things, but I think that is kind of what we were going through as far as fears. So next thing on the list, you want to hit on that, Jess? Kind of wrap things
Yes.
up?
Yep, I think we've gone through about everything. Like Erin said, to sign up to be a coach, typically with coaches that I've had, they buy, even if they bought a challenge pack before, they buy a challenge pack because, okay, when you're a coach, and we can talk details individually, but when you are a coach, you can't buy challenge packs. I mean, you get 25% off, but challenge packs are no longer a thing for you. So you get your last 2 raw for a challenge pack, and then you got your next shipment of Shakeology coming and a new workout. Or right now until the end of February, you get Beachbody On Demand unlimited access. So that would be a good one or a good opportunity to use that. So we can talk about the different ways with that. Also, if you have bought a challenge pack, you can pay $40 and get that $40 reimbursed because when you buy a challenge pack, you sign up for free as a coach. Like I said, I really think the most simple way to go about it is just buying a challenge pack and get that new workout that you want, because why the heck not? But I think it's time to open it up for questions. If anybody has any, you can unmute your cute self and let us know what you're wondering.
Cute or sweaty self, whoever.
If you're wondering how I do my hair, I can show you.
I think you guys did a really good job covering all that. Your fears were kind of like what I was worried about. Like I've already messaged Jessica a million times, like financially, I don't know. Well, how much does this cost? How much is this? So like that, and like time for me. I think I would be more of like the hobby at first, because I am a mother of 2 and I have a full-time job. So like some days my kids are sick, or like I have so much going on and my house is chaotic. So I don't always get to my workout when I want to, or it's midnight, so I think the hobby would be more for me at this point until like I could obviously like jump into something more. But I think I would definitely be interested in this. So just gotta keep me updated.
Can I just add on something to that? Erin, that sounds exactly like our conversation when I started. Lindsay, you sound exactly like me, actually. I told Erin, I was like, I don't know how much time I have. I really don't. I'll be honest, I got my first customer without even doing a like page. I had results from my 21-day fix, and I was carrying around like my Shakeology at school. I'm a teacher. And people started asking me, where do you get that? How are you losing weight? And like,
I've already had that.
So you might as well get paid for it. No, that's seriously how I was like, I am telling people this and I'm sending them to other places when I should just be sending them to myself. So I just had to laugh because what you just said is exactly my conversation with Erin.
Christina went to Nashville with Erin and I for a beach party. That's where
Christina's like, I have a friend that needs some help. Like maybe she should be one of your challenge groups. I'm like, no, girl, like you help her. Like,
right.
Don't send them to me. You take care of them. And the beautiful thing is this wonderful thing called a cell phone. You can take wherever you go most days. It's attached to my hand, basically. And so you can run like your entire business, like just sharing your story. You can share about like their crazy moments as a mom and like all the hectic stuff and how like you still get this in, or whatever you're doing. If you're still in school and you're like, I'm in between 2 jobs in school and this, but like I'm still finding time to take care of me. That takes like 30 seconds to share here, and you're probably already scrolling through Instagram and Facebook a lot, and so it takes like that one, time to kind of share your story. I have a coach named Chelsea. She, was kind of just a discount coach. And then recently she's like, okay, you know what? I'm going to start putting some more effort into this. And so I was like, just share your story. She's like, what should I do first? Like, should I read all this information? Like, no, don't worry about anything in the back office. I want you to put your story out there and create a free, like, support group, like not Beachbody related, just about like you. She had 50 people join it overnight, and like now she's engaging with them and like all the stuff, and she's like, oh, like I can do this. So you don't have to do a million different things. Like you can make it work for you and go from there.
Yep. And one thing I want to add is, you are your brand. Like how Erin said, I try to not really talk too much about Beachbody because that's what helps me help people, right? That's my helper. But they're taking interest in hopefully me and finding motivation in me as a person. So looking at it money-wise, if you're someone who's saying I might want to start as a hobby coach, something very cool to think about, if you, and correct me if I'm wrong, girls, 3 challenge packs equals free Shakeology for the month. That's it. So if you think of it in that way, if you can get 3 people to join you and buy a challenge pack each month, you're going to be making enough to pay back your Shakeology, which is bomb. I don't know when the last time I paid for Shakeology was. Any other questions?
Good. I'll record this and put this so then we all can see it.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for being on.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. ladies and gentlemen.
Have a good night.
All right. Bye, everyone.